Pessoal, a gente está aqui com o Stuart Zender. Ele, para quem não conhece, foi baixista do Jamiroquai. Ele é produtor musical, compositor e, é claro, baixista endorser da Warwick. Hey, Stuart.
Hi, how are you doing?
You okay?
Yeah, tudo bem.
Nós temos 6 perguntas e vamos lá. Quando você começou a tocar e quais são as suas principais influências?
I started playing the bass at 16 years old, but I've always liked the bass guitar, the sound of it from when I was 5 or 6. From my mum, I grew up in the 70s. I was born in the 70s, 1974. So all the music at that time was funky music, you know, Stevie Wonder, just everything that was on the radio. It was all like funky bass-driven stuff. But I only picked up the bass guitar when I was 16. That's when I started learning. And my influences were Jaco Pastorius, Larry Graham, who's also with Warwick as well. He does a bass there. There's just so many. Anything that had really loud bass in it, I love. Stevie Wonder, you see, James Jamerson. Every cool funky bass player is just so many.
And did you start another instrument?
Well, actually, my first instrument was the drums. It was I used to play snare drum in the junior high school marching band. You know, for the football teams or American football teams, they have a band. I used to play the snare drum in that band. And it's funny because Larry Graham, the same. He was in the high school marching band playing the snare drum. So yeah, my first instrument was the drums. But I love like percussive instruments like drums, bateria. That's good. Yes. Bajo, percussion, guitar. But really, drums, bass, then guitar. That's the order.
Por 6 anos, você trabalhou tocando baixo e também compondo com o Jamiroquai. Como que funciona? Como vocês compõem as músicas?
Back then, with Jay and Toby, we used to jam. Like, we'd be in a room like this, and I'd have an idea, or Jay would have an idea, or Toby would have a chord sequence, and we'd all just jam together. That's how we co-produced the albums and wrote it like that. But now, you know, with technology and computers, I can do it just by myself. If I get an idea, like a bass line or something, I usually know how everything is going to sound straight from that point. As soon as I hear it in my head, then I can record it. You know, with the computer, I don't have to. I mean, it's nice to jam with people, but like Jota Quest, they have a whole live setup and we can jam straight away. But when I'm producing by myself, it's just me alone. Do the drums first, then the bass, and then like the keys. Yeah, it's a interesting process. But yeah, it changes all the time. But I can usually get the idea from my head. Play everything.
Além de tocar e de compor, você também trabalhou participando do processo de produção das músicas. Quando que você começou a trabalhar como produtor?
Well, with Jamiroquai, that was my first production gig. Even though I wasn't credited for the production. Myself, Jay, and Toby co-produced the whole thing. Really, that created the sound. But yeah, as a writer, I'm not a session musician, so I can't. If someone tells me, I don't like listening to what people tell me to do. You know, you have ideas, and that is part of the production. You know, what keyboard to use, or you know, in the arrangement as well. So I write, produce, and arrange. We all did that together back then. But yeah, I kind of do it now, very militant. You know, when I have an idea, I have to get it through, get it across.
E quando você começou a trabalhar com o Jota Quest?
6 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met him on Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying? Snap plug. No, PJ, the bass player, he put some video online of me a long time ago in a Space Cowboy video, and I was like, oh my God, what's this? And I saw how many likes. He got more likes than me. I was like, who's this guy? And I looked up. I found out he's like an amazing bass player and really technically amazing, and he was a really lovely guy. He just said, come out and write with us. I was like, you're joking, right? I said, no, come. And so he flew me out, and it's been absolutely amazing working with them. Actually, they're really cool guys, and it's a bit crazy because they all have so many ideas at once, and they're trying to record them all at the same time. You're like, calmate. Is that right? Calmate. But they're really cool.
O que o pessoal pode esperar para esse novo CD do Jota?
You know, it's different. It's like a roller coaster. There's like an 80s kind of. It's all funky, but the songs are like this 80s kind of Coldplay. I don't know how to explain it. It's like every single pop song in one song. Then we have like a mellow one that's more like, like Leon Ware style, and then we have a disco track, and then we just did like a really cool, I don't know, like rock, Chili Peppers kind of thing. So we've got 4 different, for the moment, there's 4 like completely different tracks, but all with the same rhythm and funk and melodic flow.
Agora fala pra gente do baixo. O que o seu baixo da Warwick tem de diferente? Como que vocês chegaram nesse modelo?
Hans Peter, he asked me to do a bass years ago when I was younger, and I was a bit shy to do it then. But then, you get older and you think, oh, well, maybe I should do something. So I used the streamer design, but I made the body flat instead of convex. And I used a lighter wood because, the wood that I used to use on the stream was really heavy, and it kind of used to hurt my shoulder after a while, after 2 hours a night on stage. So I used the design because my old stream, I don't know if you ever saw pictures of it, but I cut I cut it. People were like, what are you doing? But I couldn't get up to the top fret because every time I'd go up there, I'd bruise my hand. So I cut it out. So I kind of used that design, and we kind of went back and forth via the internet with the design. We eventually came to the kind of horned design, basically. It was an interesting process. I didn't want the same headstock, but HP was like, we have to stick with this headstock. So I wanted a more like Spanish guitar kind of headstock. But I'm really happy with it. It's a pretty slick bass. It's really nice. It's light, it's fast, just like me.
Para fechar, dá uma mensagem pro pessoal, especialmente para quem tá começando. O que você acha importante?
About learning how to play the instrument? Or, well, I taught myself, but it's great to have lessons from people, to show you how to do things, or maybe an easier way of doing it. But I think, if you want to do something, if you want to learn something, you will do it. I mean, I stayed at home for hours just going over the same line until I got it right, correct. Now, sometimes I would do it and it would be so complicated, and then some guy would be like, what are you doing, man? It's just like that. But I thought it was like that, So yeah, but I think, feeling is, for me, being technical there's so many amazingly technical people out there, but if you don't have the groove or the feeling, what is it worth? It's like, you can play, all right, now do it to the next one. It's just out of time, and it doesn't lock in, The groove is the most important thing. So my final message to anyone who's learning any instrument is the groove. You gotta get that groove. You gotta get that groove. Yeah? Right? You know about that. The Big Bird groove, right? What was his name? Garibaldi. Garibaldo. He's got the groove.
É isso aí, pessoal. Stuart Zender.
Muito obrigado.
Falou.